Welcome to Duck Club Tuning and Finding the Sweet Spot. Grab a cup of coffee and like and subscribe.
And welcome back to Duck Club Tuning, Finding the Sweet Spot. CanJam New York City 2025 is tomorrow. So this is going to be a very fast video. No editing, straight shot. I've got 4 things to cover. Let's get stuck into it. So anyone who lives in the boroughs, hopefully you're aware, CanJam is tomorrow. It's at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square. It's pretty cheap. It's like 30 bucks to get in for a single day or 40 for 2. I will be there both days. Can't wait. Really looking forward to this CanJam. A few people are flying in that I know. Mark Ryan, Super Review, gonna meet up with him, as well as Mark DeVitri, one of my really good buddies in the industry who does a lot of reviews on water cooler. And you know, it just a great time to network and see all the people in the industry and hear all the latest and greatest IEMs that have been released. Next, I'm gonna talk a little bit about swag. So, I had about 20 of these mugs made, and I'm going to be giving them away to some of my friends, some of the distributors, and some of my supporters. So people that are following me, you will see me wearing a hoodie, a black hoodie that says Duck Bloke on it, and it's got the duck on it as well, on the front and back, and it says Finding the Sweet Spot. And that's what this channel is all about, is tuning IEMs and finding the best possible PEQ setting to get the most out of the investment. Find me. If you are at CanJam, find me. Ask me for a mug. If I've got extras, I'm going to give them to you. So, gratis. Anyway, nice mug. Please try to find me. I also wanted to give a shout out to one of my buddies, John, who's going to be with me on Sunday, because he is a 3D printing legend, and he has made this new stand design. We've gone through several reiterations of this. This new stand design is magnetic. Look at that. Changeable faceplates in just about every color under the sun. And he has made a whole bunch for the distributors, for manufacturers, and for reviewers that we're going to be giving away on Sunday. So if you're there on Sunday, you'll probably see some of these stands around with these magnetic plates, and there's going to be a whole bunch of happy people there as well. So really looking forward to John being able to launch this and get some traction in the industry on these wonderful stands that he's 3D printing at his house. Customizable. So I'll talk more about that in another video. Next, I wanted to cover how I choose what I'm going to review. I'm going to touch on this really briefly, but just so you know, if I buy something, it's open slather. So when I buy, let's say, the Grand Maestros, I'm going to do a review on it. And the reason I bought it is because I like it. So it's probably going to be a really good review. So every once in a while, I buy something full price, and I'm not as satisfied with it as I thought I would be. So one of the buys that I thought was just sort of okay, and a lot of people love this IEM, is the Origin. I think the Origin's okay. It's a good IEM. But I think there's better IEMs at this price point. And I'm not trying to shoot down TheAudio. I love TheAudio. I've got the Monarch Mark IIIs. I've got a whole bunch of TheAudio stuff. And I just did a review on the Valhalla. So that brings me up to my next point. If I get sent a set for review and it's a loaner, it's going back, if I like it, I'll do a review on it. If I don't like it, I'm not going to say anything bad. I'm just going to send it back. So anyone who gets their feelings hurt when I receive something, if I just send it on its way and you never see a video for it, my silence is probably the biggest message, is that it just didn't suit my preferences. Or maybe the PEQ settings were fantastic on it, but out of the box, I probably thought maybe it wasn't worth its salt. So just know that that's another criteria that I have. If somebody lends me something, especially if it comes through from Audio Geek, Brotherhood of Audiophiles. If it comes through from Sandeep and the rest of my brothers in Audio Geek, and I get a lot of IEMs from them, I have 3 that I'm passing on that I'm not doing a review on. I did put them into my duckbloke.squig.link site, so you'll find the squigs on them, And I may have actually done some tuning on it, and you can ask me, but I haven't done a review. And that's because, again, the policy is if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And that brings me to my last one, and that's when somebody gives me something. So I get a set gratis, or I get a huge discount on something. Still, my opinions are my own. If I don't like it, I'm not going to review it. And I'm just gonna do the traces, and maybe I really like it with the PEQs applied, but without PEQ, it's not that great. So I don't want to damage the company, but I also don't want to promote the company falsely. So those are the ethics that I stand to. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about TWS. So True Wireless, and I've got a box here where I keep my wireless earbuds. There's 6 sets in here, 6 sets. I've got the Marshalls. I've got a couple of sets that were sent to me. I have another set that's done by Edifier. I think they're called, what are they called? Buds 2 Pro? You get them on Amazon. These are fantastic. I've got another set here from KZ, and I've got Apple AirPod Pros. 6 sets, and 2 of these were given to me, and I didn't do a review on them. I think they're okay for the price point, but I think there's better things at the different prices. So I'm not gonna go into which ones. I will tell you this. This is a little gem. This is the KZ VXS, I think it is. And if you go on AliExpress, I think you can get this for 30 bucks. It's got microphones. The sound quality is excellent. I've done tuning on this already with Squig, and I can't do tuning, by the way, on the AirPods, and I can't do tuning, not very well anyway, on the Marshalls, because they have noise cancellation and it gets all sorts of funky. But these 2 I can't really do tuning on. And if you saw the traces, and I'm not going to put them up right now, I told you this is a quick video just before CanJam, but the Edifiers. So if I was to go with anything that has software, that has noise cancellation, I'd go with these. And I learned about these last year when I was at CanJam. I bought them. They sit next to my bed. This is what I listen to at night when I want to listen to YouTube or listen to some videos. I use these. They have about 9 different, I think it's 9 different settings for noise cancellation, everything from noise amplification. It almost works like a hearing aid. I think these are excellent. And what you really need to do is make sure that you get the right tips that match it. So what I did here to add more bass is I found some narrow bore tips, and they still have to fit into the case. So that's one of the tricks to making the most out of your investment. You need to get a good seal on anything that you have that's TWS. So that's the Edifiers. But let's go back to these KZs. They look like IEMs. I put really good tips on them. They seal incredibly well. And I use these for all of my work calls at work, as well as for listening to music if I'm on the run. And these are really small, they fit in your pocket. For 30 bucks, you cannot go past this. I can't give this enough of a rec. So well done, KZ, on these. And with that, just want to say a big shout out. Went over 1,000. I think I'm at almost 1,100 subscribers. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. Thank you so much for all the comments I'm getting back now. Really appreciate it. I hope I'm supporting the community well enough with replying quickly and getting you those PEQs that you're after. But with that, I really hope to see people at CanJam tomorrow. So find me, black hoodie, Duck Bloke on it, finding the sweet spot. With that, Duck Bloke out.
Thank you for visiting Duck Bloke Tuning and finding the sweet spot. Your comments are very much appreciated. I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. Share the PEQ settings with you if you own these particular IENs or if you plan on purchasing them to maximize your investment. Again, thank you so much for supporting the project.